Let's look at Unit 3 then. Just for context, here's the course. Unit 1, Lindsay's assignment. Feedback is with you in Google Classroom. Be sure to resubmit if you need to, and ask for help if you need that help to resubmit. Unit 2 is planning, which was handed in on the 24th of January. Some of that criteria, as you can see, is covered in the minimum core and observation. And Unit 3, which we're moving on to now, even more of a hybrid in that there's a mix of assignments criteria and also criteria that is hit in the observations and minimum core. We do it like this so it's more holistic, more opportunities for you to get to the criteria in an organic, natural, more meaningful way. Let's take a look then at the third assignment, assignment 3. A month to work on this. We'll have time in class to work on this as well, of course, but I want you to get a bit of a head start by getting this video to think about what's coming next. You're going to be thinking about inclusive teaching and learning and how it relates to internal processes at your college or training provider, and also how it connects and works in accordance with external requirements such as governmental requirements, cultural and social issues that we need to be mindful of as well when we are delivering education and training. We're going to be thinking also about technology, but mindfully, deliberately and intentionally, not just tokenistically, about how it can enhance teaching and learning, because it can. Task 1. It's all about thinking about your top 5, your greatest hits of teaching and learning approaches and how they could be modified and tweaked to meet learner needs. So you're going to be creating a table with at least 5 rows, and you're going to be stating what your 5 go-tos are in terms of teaching and learning approaches: lecture, debate, discussion, peer work, online module, interactive quiz, whatever it might be. And then I want columns in that table. So for each of the 5, you can think about how effective they are in relation to meeting assessment criteria. Are they good for that? Engaging and motivating learners, and supporting learners. So if you can imagine that table with at least 5 rows, and then you've got columns there, haven't you? I suppose at least 3, 4 columns for you to answer and think about this. Task 2. You're going to make another table, but this time comparing the benefits and limitations of these areas of communication in relation to your teaching and learning practice. Verbal communication. What are the benefits and limitations of the following? Questioning types. What are the benefits and limitations of questioning types? Think about open-ended, close-ended, Socratic. What are the potential pitfalls? Think about tone. Positive, negative, downbeat, non-verbal communication. Our gestures, our body language, the way we interact non-verbally, and how that impacts the learner. For my money, the best teachers are incredibly conscious of this and are role modeling these great communication skills non-verbally as well as verbally. Really interested to see what you pick up on and tell me for that. What are the benefits and limitations of non-verbal forms of communication? What can we benefit from in terms of using non-verbal approaches to connecting with our learners? Then, in your table, what are the benefits and limitations of media, and in particular the following: emails, Is that an appropriate way to contact students to prepare them for the future, where they're going to be needing emails, I imagine, in many of their roles, are thinking about helping them to develop that skill in a safe, supportive environment might be useful. But is it appropriate? Is it the best way to communicate? Are there other ways that are more appropriate? PowerPoints and presentations. Think about the benefits and limitations of the way that you deliver your course, as it were, and your teaching and learning opportunities using slides. Think about layout, think about composition, think about your choice of fonts, think about whether it's too cluttered, too much text, too wordy. Is it appropriate? What are the benefits and limitations of using slides? Think about using, I don't know, subtitles that are automatically generated on slides nowadays. Is there potential to maybe record your slide content for them to be reviewed on demand at a speed that is more appropriate for your learners? Just an idea. What are the benefits and limitations of these PowerPoints, which can be overwhelming for some? Videos. What are the benefits and limitations of videos? Is it just positive? Very popular, but think about engagement, retention, speed, access. Subtitles, again, might be worthy of a mention there. Your VLE, your virtual learning environment. Is it Google Classroom? Is it Teams? Is it Moodle? Is it Blackboard? Or Canvas, or any number of other tools? What are the benefits and limitations of this as a way to communicate with your learners? And lastly, social media. And think about this in terms of messaging tools, which might have a place for your learners to be able to connect and to communicate as part of an induction or enrollment activity, or as part of a back channel through your course to help them stay in touch in a way that they're familiar with. Or maybe it's just inappropriate, or maybe they need to be given a scaffolded, walled garden, sandbox to practice these skills in, because they're going to need to use these tools or a version of these tools in the future. Benefits and limitations in relation to your learners. Part B. Describe and give examples of at least 3 different professionals who you communicate with about learner progress and success. So it might be MIS, it might be your course director or faculty head or line manager. It might be your fellow curriculum team members. It might be parents or guardians. It might be senior management. 3 different professionals who you communicate with about learner progress and success. Comment on how effective this is and why. Examples are good, but be sure to respect and anonymize information that is GDPR sensitive. Task 3, on an infographic. Nice poster, nice visual that shows the benefits and the limitations of technologies in your area of specialism. In this infographic, explain your points and, this is important, justify how you use technology in the delivery of your sessions. If you're doing it just because it's cool, whizzy, sexy, fun, then it's not really good enough. Think about it from a pedagogical viewpoint. Is it helping learning? Is it meeting learner needs? Is it preparing them for the future expectations of their industry? Are they developing communication skills by using these tools? To do this, use tools like Canva. And Canva, premium features are available for you to use. So find Canva either by typing in CANVA and then signing in with your Google account. Ding. By doing this, you can have access to lots of infographic templates. So I'll show you what I mean by that, because you might think it's a bit overwhelming, thinking I've got to do an infographic, but I'm not a graphic designer. That's all right. what we can do using Canva to use lots of different templates. So straight away, without even trying to look, there's loads of infographic templates here I could use. And we'll do this in class. So we'll find a template you want, and then we will edit it and put in examples that relate to your subject. Look at these lovely templates. Be fun. There we go. So we're going to select one. So let's just grab that one there, for example, and then select customize this template. And sure enough, I've now got in my Canva library this template here. And I can adjust it accordingly. And I can put in nice little elements here. I'm going to put in my technology. I can put in lots of cool things. I can put in this little robot dude. I can put in other elements to illustrate my points and use the AI that's in Canva to recommend and help me find images that develop my work. You do the thinking, have the AI do the doing, as it were, in terms of the creation of the infographic. Of course, your critical checks are crucial. Once we're done, we'll click on share, and we can at this point either download it as a PDF. Alternatively, you can keep it in the cloud and go to public view link. That means this link updates all the time. So you can submit it, and then if you want, in truth, keep tweaking it and it will update in real time. Quite useful. Loads of cool stuff here for you to explore. Upload your own images as well, perhaps. You can draw on the screen as well. You can use these wonderful apps to explore AI as well, which is very cool. For example, Magic Media, you can click on this and you can have AI generated artwork. A man using a laptop to record himself in a zoo helping an elephant. This is a bit of a risk doing this in real time on the screen recording, because it might not work. But I'm a risk taker, god damn it. So Canva is here to help us to generate wonderful infographics. That'll be fun. Really think about technology and why you're using it, okay? Let's have a look at the last bit of criteria. Second part, task 3. Analyze. So pull apart, look from different perspectives and in detail at ways of using a minimum core in the delivery of your lessons. So here I want 2 examples of literacy, 2 examples of numeracy, and 2 examples of ICT. I want you to really comment on how successful these methods are in improving core skills. So think about your approaches to those minimum core elements and how your delivery approaches help to develop those minimum core aspects of what our learners need. By doing that, analysing and thinking deeply about your approaches, and at this point here, you might actually go back to your top 5 that you did in task 1 and really think about whether they are appropriate. And it's okay at that point to go, you know what I'm doing isn't hitting that, isn't giving them opportunities to develop their literacy, isn't giving them opportunities to really develop digital skills. So I need to adapt my approach, is what you might think about. That would be lovely to see. Real reflection, real analysis, really breaking down what you're doing and thinking about it deeply before you move forward. The last bit, task 4. From some learner feedback and at least one observation you should have had by now, some feedback from that as well, I want you to reflect on how effective your delivery is. Identify 3 areas for improvement in relation to your delivery and a smart action plan of how you will improve. Again, much like with Unit 2, think about the timescale Think about sources of information you can access to help you to improve your delivery. And further training and CPD, conferences, people online, blogs, online courses, coaching with our learning coaches here at BCOTS perhaps, that you could use to help you improve your delivery. There are 4 tasks. And the evidence you're going to be submitting will be your written reports, tables as it were, and a copy of your infographic or presentation. Whatever it is you use to display your work, I'm fine with. I've had people in the past put this all in a slide deck. I've had people put it into a document. I'm not really restrictive in that sense. I just want you to have the freedom to explore different ways of showing you know, beyond just an essay. Your work should be presented in a professional and academic style and include evidence of research. That Harvard referencing, again, is crucial in a bibliography. You should link your research coherently to your writing using references and quotes. And this is really important to me. I've often referred work and given it back to students because they haven't connected it to their experiences or what they want to do or their subject enough. This covers this criteria here. It's an important unit because it really gets you thinking about our habits, our defaults, and reflecting on whether they're fit for purpose or not. You might like them a lot, and you might realize at the end of this that actually I need to adjust and adapt and be more agile in my approach to meet my learner needs. Okay, a lengthy video, this one, but hopefully you understand my intention. I really want to give you the detail and opportunity to go back and revisit what you need to cover for each of these elements here. Okay, as ever, anything you need, please speak to myself in class or via email or Google Chat. Google Chat's good, it's nice and quick. Okay, best of luck. I'll see you in class.